Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the initial coverage of Blue Devil basketball here on uh, Channel 7. We're our local cable, Channel 13, I believe it is now, actually. It switched from 12 to 13 as the new cable has went into effect. I'm Doug Carter here along with Bobby Murphy, and we're going to bring you high school basketball action tonight as the Blue Devils will be hosting the visiting Winona Tigers. The first game up will, of course, be the Lady Blue Devils against the Lady Tigers here coming up momentarily, followed by the boys' game with the Tigers of Winona taking on the Blue Devils immediately following the ladies' game, and we'll be bringing you both of those tonight. And this is just the first of several games we'll be bringing you here. I think about 3 total. Next week we'll bring you the Bruce Water Valley games from Bruce, Mississippi. And then I believe we're also going to cover the Water Valley Eupora games here in a couple of weeks over into February. And then later on, as time progresses, we'll be bringing you Blue Devil baseball, all right here on your local cable channel. As we get ready to get this thing just about ready for tip-off, we're moments away from getting this one underway. Class 2A. A little bit different lineup in Class 2A basketball than there is in the football. Of course, you have a couple of teams involved in the division in basketball that you don't have in football. Okolona is in the division in this one, whereas Coldwater is not. And the Blue Devils took on Okolona last week, and Okolona was able to defeat both the ladies and the Blue Devils rather handily last week, too. So the Blue Devils going to come into this one with a division loss under their belts on both the ladies' side and the Devils' side. So this is one where the Lady Devils will be trying to draw even in the division here against the Winona Lady Tigers tonight. All our officials are here and present. The Lady Blue Devils are out on the floor. Your starting lineup for the Lady Blue Devils: number 4, Octavia Rocket; number 13, Jocelyn Spearman; number 15 is LaQuia Robinson; number 41, Felicia Towns; and number 10 will be Rudy Woodard. Lots of senior leadership out there on the floor for the Lady Devils, as Robinson, Rocket, and Towns, all 3 are seniors. Spearman is a junior, and Rudy Woodard is a sophomore. We're about ready to tip this thing off here. And it will be going to the Lady Tigers. That's going to be number 33, Nick Richardson, bringing it up. Passes the ball back over to Harris Forrest, number 10. Back around to number 22 there, that's Sheena Robinson. Back around to number 33, Richardson. Richardson brings it back out, passes it to Chenna Townsend, number 30. Over in the corner to 22, that's Robinson. Back around to Richardson. Inside where the ball is stolen by Rudy Woodard. Woodard brings it down, holds it up, and gets it back to Robinson. LaQuia looking for someone to pass it to. Passes back outside of Woodard. Back down into Rocket. Rocket moves it around. Back to Robinson. Back over to Rocket. Looking to work it inside. Bad pass there as it's intercepted by Sheena Robinson, number 22 for the Lady Tigers. She brings it back down. Almost loses her dribble. Gets it back over to number 33. That's Richardson. She puts up a shot and misses. Rebounded there by Jocelyn Spearman. Spearman gets the ball back over to LaQuia Robinson, who brings it up on the right side. Cross-court pass to Octavia Rocket. Back around to Woodard. Back to Robinson. Back across to Rocket. Back out to Woodard. Back to Rocket. Over to Robinson. Puts up the 3, misses. Rebounded by Octavia Rocket. Back out to Robinson. Back down in. They get the ball into Jocelyn Spearman, and from the post she shoots, misses. Rocket puts up the bucket on the rebound and scores and gets the foul. Foul goes on number 11, Olivia Billingsley. Her first foul of the evening. Number 4, Octavia Rocket, goes to the line for the Lady Blue Devils. Just underway here in the first period of play. Rocket shoots and scores on the penalty. And the Lady Tigers working the ball in. Richardson gets it back. Forrest with the ball, under pressure. Finally managed to get it back across to the other end where it is stolen there by Octavia Rocket, who works it back over to LaQuia Robinson, who brings it back up the court. Lady Devils really working well on passing the ball, looking to feed it inside to Spearman, and Spearman is fouled as she gets the ball down there on the block. Going to be fouled there by number 23, Ann Bailey. And Jocelyn Spearman will go to the line. Spearman puts up an air ball on the first of two. And she'll try to connect on the second free throw. Rebound goes over to the Lady Tigers. That's going to be number 10, Forrest. Knocked out of bounds by Rocket. Ball will go out of the grounds here on the sideline to the Lady Tigers. Forrest gets it into Richardson. Richardson working the ball back around. Tries to drive the lane, pick up the shot, blocked there by Felicia Towns. Called a foul there on Felicia. Her first of the evening. Looked like a clean block to me, but the official saw the foul. And Richardson goes to the line. Richardson puts up the shot and scores. Connects on the front end of the penalty. And Richardson connects on both foul shots. Robinson will bring it in for the Lady Blue Devils. Long court pass ahead to Felicia Towns, and the ball goes out of bounds. Pass just a little bit long for Towns. Lady Tigers 3-2 your score in favor of the Lady Blue Devils. They get the ball into Forrest. Forrest ahead to number 22 there, Sheena Robinson. Puts up the shot, rebounded by Jocelyn Spearman. Hands it off to LaQuia Robinson, who brings it up. Work it over to Rudy Woodard. Back around to Octavia Rocket. Drives into the lane, puts up the shot. Excuse me, rebounded by the Lady Tigers. Sheena Robinson brings it up. Hands it off to Monique Richardson. Back over to Richards. Back around to Robinson. Ball is stolen there by Jocelyn Spearman. Stolen back there by Robinson. They get it into Forrest. Forrest puts up a shot and misses. Rebounded by Octavia Rocket. Brings it back down, and she pulls it up and waits for Robinson. In the corner to Rudy Woodard, who puts up the three, and it's no good. Rebounded there by number 30, Channa Townsend, who comes back down with it, feeds it to Richardson, who puts up the shot and misses. Jocelyn Spearman with the rebound and the foul on the Tigers. Foul on Monique Richardson. LaQuia Robinson gets it in to Spearman. Back across to a cutting Robinson, who cuts, drives, dishes to Felicia Townsend. Towns underneath the basket, and an easy two for Felicia. Richardson breaks the press, drives the lane, tries to go around Felicia. Felicia makes her alter her shot. Octavia Rocket gets the rebound, gets the pass back out to LaQuia Robinson. LaQuia Robinson working and trying to work it up the court. Inside to Rudy Woodard, just inside the three line, puts up the shot, misses their ball, and it's out of bounds to the Lady Tigers. Olivia Billingsley will bring the ball into Richardson. Sheena Robinson works and brings it up. Foul is called on Rudy Woodard. Rudy's first of the game. Forrest gets the ball into Richardson. Richardson brings the ball out high, gets back to Forrest. In the middle to Townsend. Townsend puts up a shot and it's blocked by Spearman. And they call the foul on Spearman. Her first of the evening. Which sends Robinson to the line. And Robinson misses on the front end. Robinson will go for the second end now. And connects on the second. Makes the score 5-3 in favor of the Lady Devils. Works the ball into Rocket. Back to LaQuia Robinson. And they call the foul on number 33 for Winona. That's going to be the second one on Monique Richardson. Ball comes back in now. LaQuia Robinson, back to Robinson, back to Robinson. 3:21 left. Cutting Felicia Towns spins, gives it a jumper. Foul goes on Harris Forrest, her first. 5-3 your score in favor of the Lady Devils. Rocket passes off to LaQuia Robinson, looking to work it inside, back around outside on the Rudy Woodard. Robinson passes inside to Felicia Towns. Felicia puts the shot up, missed, rebounded by number 22, that's Sheena Robinson. Townsend gets the rebound, puts up a shot and misses, but she's fouled. Foul call once again on Rudy Woodard. Her second. Ball rims in and out for Robinson. Or excuse me, Townsend. Excuse me. Townsend puts up the second shot and connects. 5-4, 1 point lead now for the Lady Devils. Spearman inbounds it to Rudy Woodard. Rudy brings it in. Back out to LaQuia Robinson. Back around outside of Rudy. Back to Robinson. Back over to Rocket. Rocket looking to work it inside. There's nothing there. Back outside to Robinson. Back around to Rocket. Felicia on the high post. LaQuia Robinson gets it. She drives down looking to get it, try to get it inside. Rudy Woodard back out to Robinson. Cross to Rocket. Looking to feed it inside to Towns. And they call a jump ball there. Possession arrow goes to the Lady Devils. They'll take it out on the baseline. LaQuia Robinson. Rudy Woodard drives into the lane, puts up the shot. Out of bounds to the Lady Blue Devils. 2:07 left to go in the first period of play. Robinson to Felicia Towns, who puts up the shot, misses. Rebounded by Townsend. Townsend brings it back across to Forrest. Forrest brings it up to Richardson. Richardson works it up. Over to number 22 there, that's Sheena Robinson. Back to Richardson. Richardson looking to drive the lane, dishes back off to Forrest. Forrest drives, puts up a jumper, misses, rebounded by number 23 there. That was Ann Bailey who dished it off there to China Townsend who scored. Lady Tigers are up 6-5. Lady Blue Devils bring it up. Rudy Woodard bringing it up. Knocked out of bounds by the Lady Tigers to the Blue Devils. Back outside to Rocket. Gives it to Robinson. Cross court to Felicia Towns. Puts up the jumper. Misses. Rebounded by Rocket. Holding call. Going to be called, I believe, on Richardson. That's her third. Ball goes out now to the Blue Devils as they take it out on the baseline. Outside to Woodard, back outside to Towns for three. Drains it. Felicia Towns for a three-pointer. Forrest with the ball now, working it up. Because now they had to have someone different to handle the ball. Gets it up to Townsend. Townsend puts up the shot, and in it goes. 8-8, Sky tied up. Lady Devils now working on it inside a minute here in the first period. That's going to be another foul. Going to be on number 30, Chandler Townsend, her first personal, which will send Rudy Woodard to the line. 40.9 seconds left to go here in the first period. 8-8 is your score. Score tied with Rudy Woodard on the line for the 1-and-1. Ball bounces off, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Tigers, so out of bounds to the Lady Devils. Towns for three. She drains it again. Felicia Towns for another three-pointer. Forrest gives it over to Robinson. Sheena Robinson works it up, takes the jumper, misses an air ball. LaQuia Robinson brings it back down the line. Traveling will be called, turning the ball over will be the Lady Devils. With 17 seconds left to go. Number 5, Lauren Burgess into the ball game. Work it up to Robinson. Robinson drives, puts up the jumper. Number 23 there with the rebound, that's Bailey. And she was fouled. Going to be called on Jocelyn Spearman. That'll be the second foul on Jocelyn. And Bailey goes to the line. Shoots and misses on the front end of a 1-and-1. Or a two-shot foul, excuse me. And connects on the second shot. Makes the score 11-9. Rudy Woodard loses the ball off her foot. Now the ball goes over to the Lady Tigers. Time expires here at the end of the first period of play with 11-9 your score in favor of the Lady Blue Devils. We'll be back with the second period right after this.
It's the home of the Better Buy, Better Brands, Furniture World in Oxford. For years, they've offered great down-home service on the top names in the business. Serta Bedding, Broyhill, Clayton Marcus, Action Lane, Recliners, dining room, bedroom, and living room suites, lamps, tables, entertainment centers, curios. Huge showroom offers it all. Get 12 months same as cash, 6 months no interest. Open Monday through Saturday 9 to 6. Locally owned and operated. Furniture World, West Jackson, Oxford.
West Jackson in Oxford is always open, always fresh. Try out the Big House combo platters like the sizzling 6-ounce steak and shrimp combo for only $9.99 or the scrumptious chicken and shrimp for only $7.99. Combos include a choice of potato, Texas toast, and tossed salad. Plus, the Huddle House offers 10-ounce T-bone steak for only $7.99 or taste a ribeye steak dinner for only $9.99. The Huddle House, always open, always fresh. 1925 West Jackson in Oxford.
All right, here we are back now. Second period of action here as the Lady Blue Devils hosting the Lady Tigers. 11-9 is your score in favor of the Lady Blue Devils. Lady Tigers bringing it in here to start the second period. Lady Tigers working it around now. Back out to number 30, that's Chenna Townsend. Number 22, Sheena Robinson, working, puts up the shot and scores. To make it 11-11 now, tie ball game. Lady Devils bringing it up, Rudy Woodard. Back over to LaQuia Robinson. Lauren Burgess in the ball game. Burgess takes the shot, rebounds in and out. Rebounded there by number 10, that's Harris Forrest. And Forrest loses it out of bounds to the Lady Blue Devils. Octavia Rocket back in now to give Jocelyn Spearman a breather. Lauren Burgess, just an 8th grader. Over to Burgess, puts up the shot, and she scores. Get the ball over to number 22. Robinson brings it down. Dribbling around, tries to get it to Forrest. Pass intercepted by Rudy Woodard. Oh, and Woodard hands the ball back to Forrest, coming back the other way. Pulls it up, ditches it off to Sheena Robinson. Back around to Forrest, puts up the jumper. Banks it in off the backboard with a little help. 13 all. Lady Tigers and the Lady Devils here in the second period of play. 6:28 to go. LaQuia Robinson brings it up. Back over to Rudy Woodard. Feeding it back around the outside. Burgess almost and loses it to Robinson. Robinson drives, puts up a shot, and scores. LaQuia Robinson will bring it back in for the Lady Devils. 15-13 now in favor of the Lady Tigers. Lady Devils seem to be looking to try to work the ball around the outside edges and look for the open person on the inside. They get it in the high post to Felicia Towns. She puts up a high arcing shot. Octavia Rocket saves it, but she saves it back to the Lady Tigers. Shanna Townsend loses the ball, but they're going to call the foul on the Lady Blue Devils. And they call it on LaQuia Robinson. That's her first foul of the game. That sends Shanna Townsend to the line for the first of 2. And she misses on the front end. Coming into the game will be number 13, Marjorie Calder, taking the place of Ann Bailey. And she misses. Rebounded there by number 12, Katasha Daniels. Burgess inside. Felicia Towns looking for a cutting Octavia Rocket. Got the press on. Trying to hold her in the corner. They get the ball finally and get it back out. And across the line to a Robinson in the front court. Drills, almost loses the dribble, puts up an air ball. And goes out of bounds off to Octavia Rocket. Rocket will bring it in for the Lady Devils at 15-13 in favor of the Lady Tigers. Rudy Woodard brings it up. Around to Katasha Daniels. Back over to Woodard. Inside to Felicia Towns, who puts up a shot. Misses, rebounded there. Got back by the Lady Tigers. Robinson puts up the jumper, misses. Rebounded and put back up by Marjorie Calder. Rebounded there by Shanna Townsend. And I believe the foul is going to be called there on foul called on Katasha Daniels. First foul call. And it sends Shanna Townsend to the line. 4:43 to go in the first half. Lady Tigers looking to build on a 16-13 lead here. And connects on both foul shots. 17-13, a 4-point lead now for the Lady Tigers. Lady Devils bring it up now. Rudy Woodard on the point. Works it over to Burgess. Back over to Woodard. Looking to try to get it inside to either Towns or Rocket. Katasha Daniels with the ball. Working it around back. Gets it over to Burgess. Inside to Octavia Rocket. Rocket gets her own rebound as she was in amongst the trees there and had nowhere to go. The Lady Tigers try to get it inside to Calder, and it's tipped out of bounds by Felicia Towns. Back outside to Chana Townsend. She traveled with the ball, and the ball goes over to the Lady Devils on the travel call. 17-13 your score. Low scoring affair here as neither team seem to find a rhythm offensively. Lady Blue Devils really looking to try and pound it inside. Biggest part of their scoring has came on two Felicia Towns three-pointers. Back around to Woodard. Oops it over. Inside to Octavia Rocket. Puts it up. Rebounded there by Townsend. Foul going to be called there on Octavia Rocket, I believe, as that will send Townsend to the line. One and one, and that foul was on Octavia Rocket. Townsend puts up the shot and connects. Spearman and Robinson are getting set to come back into contest here at the next interval. And back in they come, and Rudy Woodard and Felicia Towns will come back out for a breather on their part. Chana Townsend will now go for the second and connects on both free throws. 19-13 in favor of the Lady Tigers. Now with their regular point guard back in, LaQuia Robinson, looking to be in with young Daniels and Burgess. Be looking to try and work it inside to Jocelyn Spearman, where they have Lady Blue Devils have a height advantage. Jocelyn Spearman at 6 foot. Back outside. Robinson puts up a shot. Bounce and rebounded there by Burgess. Inside to Spearman. Oh, and Spearman had it blocked there by number 30, Chana Townsend. Robinson puts it up. Townsend with the rebound and puts it back in for the score. LaQuia Robinson, 21-13. And the Lady Tigers are putting them up. Long shot there by Burgess. Misses. Traveling call on the Lady Tigers. 2:38 left to go, and Towns is back in the ball game now. Katasha Daniels comes back out. And now you've got your starting five back in there with the exception of Lauren Burgess. Inside to Jocelyn. Back to LaQuia Robinson, who puts up a shot, and it falls for the two. 21-15 now in favor of the Lady Devils, or in favor of the Lady Tigers. They get it up to Townsend. Townsend runs, puts up a shot. Towns forces a shot to be altered. Felicia bringing it up. Leaves over and back as they lost the ball on the turnover. The ball goes back at half court to .210 left now in the first half. Lady Tigers with the ball. Inside, that was number 23. That's Bailey. Timeout, Lady Tigers, and we'll take a break and be right back.
Absolutely the best deals of the year now at Oxford's Pre-Owned Supercenter. A four-wheel drive 2000 Ford F-250 Lariat Extra Cab with tons of features. Only $24,990. A 2001 Honda Accord EX with leather, sunroof, and more. Only $18,990. A 2001 Dodge Diesel Extra Cab Dually. Only $25,990. And a 2000 Toyota Avalon XL. Only $18,990. We're closing out the year with the best deals ever. Absolutely the best selection. Absolutely the best price. Absolutely the best time to buy. Oxford's Pre-Owned Supercenter. Highway 6 West in Oxford. Absolutely.
All right, here we are back now. 1:56 left to go in the first half. Lady Tigers with a 21-15 lead. And the Lady Tigers, I believe, will have the ball. No, excuse me, the Lady Blue Devils will have the ball. I was thinking it went the other way. The official giving the ball to the wrong folks. Lady Tigers with the ball, as they had possession as the timeout was called. As they're looking to work it in. Dumping back over to Forrest. Forrest puts up a shot. Oh, and a high arcing rainbow falls in. 23-15 for the Lady Tigers. LaQuia Robinson brings it up for the Lady Blue Devils. Into the corner, Jocelyn Spearman puts up a high arcing three. Gets her own rebound. Dishes, hands it back off to LaQuia Robinson. Over to Lauren Burgess. Burgess puts up the shot, misses. Rebounded by Billingsley for the Lady Tigers. Altered. Out of bounds. Lauren Burgess takes it, puts it back up in and scores for the Lady Blue Devils. Lady Tigers back in there. They get it ahead to number 22, Sheena Robinson. Robinson looking, trying to get it off inside to Billingsley. And they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Blue Devils, so the Lady Devils get the ball. 1:01 left to go here in the first half, 23-17, as the Lady Blue Devils look here in the last minute to try to cut the lead closer. Robinson to Spearman in the corner for a three. Air ball, rebounded by the Lady Tigers. Back to Forrest. Forrest gets it out and brings it back down the floor. Puts up the shot and scores. 25-17 for the Lady Tigers now. Lady Blue Devils bringing it back up the floor. LaQuia Robinson looks, brings back over to Lauren Burgess for two. Burgess puts it up, misses, rebounded by the Lady Tigers. Stops, puts up the jumper, misses, rebounded by LaQuia Robinson under 20 seconds. Traveling is called against the Lady Blue Devils, and the ball goes over to the Lady Tigers with 18.7 seconds left to go. 25-17. And Forrest just going to try to hold the ball here, looking to work it around. Back out to Robinson. Back out to Forrest. Best going to try to hold the ball here for a last shot. Puts up the shot and scores for two. That's 27. And they're just going to allow time to expire as you go into the halftime with the Lady Tigers 27 and the Lady Blue Devils 17. And we'll take a break now, and it's halftime. We'll be right back.
Don't overlook Step Saver Pharmacy when you are looking for a gift. They take pride in their selection of silver and beaded jewelry, earrings, necklaces, and bracelets, all name brands of perfume fragrances, purses, and the popular animal prints, new arrivals of novelty gifts, great gifts for any occasion. Once you have selected your gift, go by their greeting card displays, cards that express just what you want to say, and to think all cards are only 99 cents each. All of this found in one place, Step Saver Pharmacy, where your health is important to them. Step Saver Pharmacy, north of the square in Bruce. Call 983-4011.
You're watching TV 7 in Bruce.
The talk of the town in Pontotoc is Kurt's Grill, located on Highway 15 North. Everyone is going to Kurt's, and you know why? They can accommodate any size group. Their banquet room is just the place for your next shower, luncheon, rehearsal dinner, private party, Christmas party, or reunion. Kurt's menu features steaks, pasta, seafood, their signature potato salad, and homemade desserts. Sunday buffet served from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. Friendly atmosphere where you always see friends and neighbors. Call today to book your special party. Kurt's Grill, Highway 15 North in Pontotoc. Gold Exchange in Calhoun City will help you find the perfect Valentine's gift. Their jewelry center can give you unlimited possibilities to make a lasting impression. Gold and silver necklaces, bracelets, crosses, and a large selection of rings. All jewelry at a Valentine's Day special of 15 to 30% off. But they are more than a jewelry store. They have stuffed animals, balloons, candy. Just come in and take your time to select that special gift. The Gold Exchange also offers electronic tax filing for only $34.95 plus bank fees. Find just what you are looking for at the Gold Exchange on the square in Calhoun City.
The Lady Tigers enjoy a 10-point lead. Fairly close game throughout the first period, as it was pretty much tied at a low-scoring affair. And then the Lady Tigers went on a run in the second period and managed to work out a 10-point lead, as the scoring was led in there by the Lady Tigers between Sheena Robinson and Chana Townsend, putting up some jumpers and hitting some clutch free throws. As we can give you a quick rundown now on the folks in foul trouble. Really only a couple of folks in trouble. Monique Richardson for the Lady Tigers has 3. Nobody else on the Lady Tigers has more than 1. For the Lady Blue Devils, you've got Jocelyn Spearman with 2 and Rudy Woodard with 2. Everyone else has 1 or less. So foul's really not a problem for anybody except for Richardson right this moment. And, of course, she was the starting point guard for the Lady Tigers. Hopefully she'll be able to keep out of the foul situation as the second half comes in for their sake, they hope. And basically for the Lady Blue Devils, they just really need to try and control the ball a little better. They had some bad passes that were taken away from them and turned the ball over on a couple of times down the floor, and just work a little better on their passing and try to work the ball inside to Towns and Spearman and see if they can't eat into this 10-point lead that the Lady Tigers have worked up for themselves. And we'll take a break down. We'll be back with the second half of action for you right after this.
Rim glasses, the plain Jane look. Well, times have changed, and so has eyewear. Let your eyes be the focal point of your face when you select frames by designer Ralph Lauren. Choose from a selection of the latest styles for men and women. The Ralph Lauren selection by Safilo is now available at Bruce Eye Clinic. Bruce Eye Clinic, always seeing you at your best.
Every time you enter your bank, do the people seem glad to see you? Do they know your name? More importantly, do you know theirs? All banks offer nearly the same service, but it's the people that make the difference. And Mechanics has the people. We've been serving our friends and neighbors in Lafayette and Yalobusha counties since 1892, and that means counting on us to always be there. Stop by any one of our 5 locations in Oxford and Water Valley. You'll be glad you did, and so will we.
Here we are back now. Second half of action, third period about to get underway here with the Lady Tigers holding a 27-17 lead. Lady Blue Devils got to try and get a little bit better shots put up. As they try to work it inside to the two tall advantage-wise people that they've got. Of course, Jocelyn Spearman and Felicia Towns. Senior Felicia Towns at 6'2", junior Jocelyn Spearman at 6 feet even. Easily the height advantage of the deal, trying to work it inside to them. And have not been able to do much quite successfully with that. Of course, Felicia Towns has been able to hit a couple of 3 pointer shooting from the outside, but not a whole lot of points basically on the inside. 27-17 your score now in favor of the Lady Tigers. Lady Tigers will have the ball to start the second half as they take it in from half court. Harris Forrest will bring it in. Kicks it over to number 22 now, Sheena Robinson. Back out to Forrest. Monique Richardson is back in the game. Almost loses it back over, gets it to Richardson. Back to Forrest. Robinson back to Forrest. Over to Richardson. Back out to Forrest, puts up the three. Misses, rebounded down there by Chenna Townsend. He puts it back in for two. Lady Blue Devils now working to bring it up. McQueer Robinson brings it up the court. Octavia Rocket has it and then loses it. Comes up shooting, puts it up. Rebounded there by Billingsley. Gets it out to Richardson. Brings it back out. Takes it back out to Forrest. Forrest looking to bring it in, gets it in to Richardson. Double teamed immediately, steps out, puts up a shot, rims in and out, rebounded by Billingsley. Puts it back up, rebounded again, kept alive, and out of bounds to the Lady Tigers.
All the way in, Rudy, all the way in. Tag, 22.
Lady Tigers take it outside. Forrest drives down, puts up the jumper, misses. Rebounded by Towns, who hands it off to Robinson. Up to Rudy Woodard, back to LaQuia. LaQuia brings it down, gives it over to Woodard. Back inside to Robinson. Tries to go inside quickly, ball on the ground. Ball loose, picked up there by the Lady Tigers, who brings it back down. Forrest waits on her teammates to get it forward. Ball knocked away by a flying Octavia Rocket as it was going to a wide open Chenna Townsend there underneath the basket. But Octavia Rocket knocked it out of bounds. Monique Richardson brings it in to Forrest. Back outside to Robinson. Foul called. Called on Rudy Woodard. Call timeout here by the Lady Blue Devils. And we'll take a quick timeout and be right back.
2002 Dodge Ram 1500, now arriving at Griffin Motors in Houston. All new, full four-door crew cab, 1/2 ton pickup. Choose from a good selection of these new four-door trucks. Also drive a new Dakota in both regular and extended cabs. Very sporty and economical. And best of all, for a limited time, get interest rates as low as 0% and 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Now is the time to buy. Time is limited. See your hometown dealer, Griffin Motors, Houston.
29-17. And we're back now. 29-17 your score. Lady Tigers with the ball. Crystal Mister in the game for Jocelyn Spearman. She went out with an injured hand. Richardson puts up the shot. Rebounded there by LaQuia Robinson. Robinson brings it up. Over to Mister in the corner. Back outside to Robinson. Back over to Felicia Towns. Inside to a cutting Rudy Woodard. Back outside to LaQuia Robinson. Pull it back around. Crystal Mister back around. Stolen as they try to go inside. Forced to, and it falls, does not go. Foul will be called, however, on 40. That particular foul call there on Crystal Mister. Sends Monique Richardson to the line. 29-17 your score in favor of the Lady Tigers.
Come on, block out, rebound, baby. Let's go.
Misses on the first one. And she connects on the second. LaQuia Robinson steps out, passes it back to Rocket. LaQuia Robinson bringing it up the court. Robinson looking for the cutter. Mister puts up a wild shot to Lou Long, rebounded by the Lady Tigers. Richardson gets it up to Robinson. Robinson looks, drives the lane, puts up the shot, rebounded by Townsend, and is fouled. Foul goes on, I believe it was on Octavia Rocket. Townsend puts it up and misses. 30-17 is now the Lady Tigers have opened up almost a 15-point lead here on the Lady Blue Devils here in the third period. Rebounded by Felicia Towns. Get it back out to Rudy Woodard. Woodard looking to run it down the court. Brings it back out to Robinson. Back around to Woodard. Back outside to Robinson. In the corner to Mister. Inside to Rocket. Puts up the shot, misses, and is rebounded. Back to Forrest. Back around to Richardson. Back around to Robinson. Outside to Richardson. Richardson drives, puts up the jumper in the lane, and gets it to fall. LaQuia Robinson brings it up the floor now. 32-17 in favor of the Lady Tigers. Three-pointer from Felicia Spearman banks it in off the backboard for the three. With the press on. Stolen there by Crystal Mister. Underneath to Octavia Rocket. Puts it in. She scored and she is fouled. Rocket hammered on the underneath. 22 on the foul. It will be called on Sheena Robinson. And Rocket will go to the line to shoot two. Shoot one. 32-22. And the ball is loose, and the Lady Devils get the rebound. LaQuia Robinson to Towns, over in the corner to Crystal Mister. Puts up the shot and scores. And they make a 4-point play off of that deal. Mister ahead to Channa Townsend, 32-24. Waves it up, holds it up. Robinson puts it up and scores as she shoots over the top. 34-24, 10-point lead now for the Lady Tigers. 3:11 left to go here in the third period of play. Townsend outside. Round to Rudy Woodard for three. Long shot misses. Rebounded by Octavia Rocket. Holding called against Billingsley. That'll be her second foul of the evening. Billingsley comes out and Ann Bailey goes in. Robinson gets it in to Crystal Mister. Mister puts up the shot. Rebounded. Townsend with it drives and is fouled from behind by Rudy Woodard. And that's going to be Rudy's fourth. Which puts her in danger of coming out of the game. Townsend comes into the game, shoots the shots. Rudy Woodard and Mister come out as Lauren Burgess and Quita Turner come in. Quita Robinson gets the ball to Lauren Burgess. Brings it back to Quita. LaQuia Robinson directing traffic here That's Quiddy Turner coming around on the other side. Lauren Burgess, this is back to Robinson. Inside to Octavia Rocket, puts up the shot. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded there by 22, Robinson. Brings it back down, passes inside, cut off there by LaQuia Robinson. Pass was intercepted. Back outside to Lauren Burgess for a long three. Jump ball called, and possession error goes to the Lady Tigers. 36-24 in favor of the Lady Tigers. Lady Tigers get it in. Foul call there on White on number 3, Quita Turner.
23.
Richardson working it around. Robinson puts up a shot. LaQuia Robinson called on the push. Forrest dishes back off to Richardson, back outside to Robinson, back over to Forrest. Back outside to Richardson. 36-24 is your score. Play the Lady Tigers inside to Chenna Townsend, misses, rebounded by Robinson. Another rebound, and it falls this time. And the foul called. Octavia Rocket called on the foul. It's going to be Rocket's second. And the third shot goes in. That gives the lead back out to 39-24 here in the third period, as the Lady Devils just can't get a shot hardly to fall. Blocked solidly by Forrest. And they call the foul on Towns for a push in the back. And I mean, that's just... Forrest goes to the line. Ball rims in and out. And they go for the second one. And connects on the second. Queer Robinson brings it up now, 40-24. Burgess back around to Towns. Back over to Quita Turner. Oh, stuff back in her head and a foul called. Robinson brings it back into Towns. She puts up the three and banks it in for the three as Felicia Towns puts in another three. Richardson under pressure. Quita Turner. Lauren Burgess in now on defense. Also in on the game now, number 21. Evelina Hervey. Over to Richardson. Foul called on number 3, Quita Turner. Turner, just a freshman. Get the ball into To the line goes Monique Richardson now here on a 1-and-1 situation. (40-27) with 9 seconds left to go into third period of play. Richardson will put the shot up. And misses, rebounded by the Lady Blue Devils. Queer Robinson gets it back over. A head pass that goes out of bounds. Trying to lead them too far. 6 seconds left now. And at the last second, it falls awry. That's the end of the third period of play. 40-27 is your score in favor of the Lady Tigers. We'll take a break and be back with the fourth period right after this.
Signs and Interiors, now open in Pontotoc. Sales and service. Showroom full of American-made tile and stone from Italy, Spain, and Mexico. See the display of handmade decorative tile. Specialty tiles from Ann Sachs and Walker Zanger. Countertops in granite, corian, Chirel, and man-made marble. Largest selection of tile in this area. They do all tile application. Floors, bathrooms, patios, and countertops. Ceramic Tile and Design offers professional advice on the best choice for you. They also carry hardwood and antique barn board. Evening and Saturday appointments available. Locally owned and operated. Ceramic Tile and Design, Highway 6 East in Pontotoc.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, it kills over 1,500 people every year and injures 71,000 more. Inadequate sleep has been linked to health and safety risks, even
All right, here we are back now for the fourth period of action. 40-27 in favor of the Lady Tigers. Lady Blue Devils with the ball here to start the fourth quarter. LaQuia Robinson with the ball. Hands it off to Lauren Burgess. Burgess ducks, puts up the shot. Rebound, rims off. Rebounded there by number 30, Channa Townsend. She drives and scores. And it's just like that. You not getting just a whole lot here as the Lady Devils. Robinson goes to drive and is hacked by number 10, Forrest. Rudy Woodard and Jocelyn Spearman come back in the game now. LaQuia Robinson now gets the ball into Jocelyn Spearman. Spearman turns, puts up a shot, and is fouled. Call goes on 22. That's going to be Sheena Robinson. Her second. And Jocelyn Spearman will shoot the foul. Misses on the front end. Some kind of warning now given to the Water Valley girls bench. Ball goes off of something. The Lady Devils coming. Around to Rudy Woodard. Pass intercepted there by Forrest as she saw that one coming. And the foul. And scores. Rudy Woodard with the foul, and that may very well be it for Rudy Woodard, as I think that gives her 5. Number 32, Nikki Woodard, coming into the game now. And Lauren Burgess. Rebounded by Jocelyn Spearman as The shot misses. LaQuia Robinson to Felicia Towns. Looking to try to get it into Spearman. Works it inside to Jocelyn. Puts up the shot and scores. 44 now, 29, as the Lady Devils got a lot of ground to make up. They got to get some turnovers and some quick points to try and make up this difference here with 6:56 left to go in the fourth period. All the way across to Forrest, puts up a long three, and don't see a three. She had a foot on the line, so that was a two. LaQuia Robinson. 46-29 now. Burgess back outside to Robinson. Back outside to 41. Felicia puts it up. Just misses. Jocelyn Spearman with the rebound. Puts up the shot and banks it in off the rebound. Forrest brings it up for the Lady Tigers. Richardson now. Three-point attempt. Rebounded there by Robinson. Robinson brings it down. Back outside, inside to Spearman. Puts it up and scores. As Jocelyn Spearman has got the hot hand here in the fourth quarter for the Lady Devils. 46-33 now here with 5:54 left to go. And the Lady Blue Devils looking for some defensive stops here to try to make up this difference. Richardson now as they look to hold the ball. Outside goes to Robinson. Puts up the shot. Rebounded by Lauren Burgess. Burgess starts it the other way. Burgess looking to hold it up for some help till it gets there. LaQuia Robinson gets it now. Back outside to Burgess for three. Bounces it off. Rebounded there by Spearman, who puts the shot back up. Rebounded now by Lady Tigers. Looking to work it out. That's China Townsend bringing it up. Back to Forrest. Back outside to Forrest. Inside to Billingsley. Shot altered. Rebounded there. Lauren Burgess brings it up. Burgess just an 8th grader. Working around, looking to try to get it inside. Robinson brings it up. 46-33. Inside, Cheddar Townsend looking, brings it back outside to the baseline. Shoots, scores. Now then. Robinson puts it up and scores. 48-33 the score. LaQuia Robinson bringing it up now for the Lady Blue Devils. Over to Lauren Burgess outside. Felicia Towns looking to bank it off the backboard. Misses. Rebounded there by Forrest. Forrest looking to bring it up. 33. Back over to Robinson. Puts up the shot. Goes up over the top, so the ball goes over to the Lady Blue Devils. LaQuia Robinson brings it up now with 3:46 left to go here in the game. It was a 3 shots. It was rebounded there by Ann Bailey. Brings it back out for us now. Looking to get it over to Townsend. Puts up a wild shot. Foul called on the LaQuia Robinson. And there's a the coach is not happy with one of the officials as he tried to call a full timeout. The official's saying 30-second timeout, so neither coach, I don't think, too happy with the officials this evening. 48-33 your score here with 3:33 left. And the Lady Devils in a hole that they're going to have to try to climb out of very quickly here with a lot of defensive stops. Otherwise, this one's going to be in the books as the Lady Tigers have just taken advantage of the opportunities afforded them and scored when they needed to. As we go back in out of this timeout, the Shanna Townsend will go to the line to shoot 2. Townsend puts it up and rolls it in. Connects on the first. And connects on the second as well. 50-33 to score now. A 17-point lead here for the Lady Tigers. They put up a long 3. Rebounded by the Lady Tigers. Forced with the ball now, looking to try and keep it, gets it in the hands of Richardson. Double teamed immediately, she comes across. Traveling called against the Lady Tigers. Back to Robinson. Over to Lauren Burgess. Back outside to Nikki. Queer Robinson looking to go inside. Dishes back outside to Burgess. Back over to inside now to Rocket. Foul call goes on Chenna Thompson now. Ball rimmed in and out. Rocket goes to the line. 2:58 left in the contest. 50-33 is your score. Rocket puts it up and misses on the first end. Rocket puts up it up, misses, rebounded by Forrest. Partially blocked. Townsend goes in and scores. LaQueer Robinson comes down the floor now with it. 52-33 your score. Get it outside to Burgess. Inside to Towns. Towns with the rebound and scores and is fouled. Two, 3 called on the foul. That's going to go against Ann Bailey. And Towns goes to the line for the penalty shot. And she connects. Richardson there. Gets it up to Robinson. Up ahead to Chenna Townsend. Drives and scores. Lady Blue Devils bring it up now. Robinson. Across to Burgess. Burgess puts up the shot. Hits it. And goes out of bounds. Turner. Shot goes up and a rebound. They call it a jump ball. I don't know about all that. They ought to give an Oscar for that performance. 54-36 is your score in favor of the Lady Tigers. Get the ball to Richardson. Richardson works it up the floor. Finally gets it out. Technical foul called. Call on number 10, Felicia Towns, to shoot the technical. And these officials are just not in a real good humor, Bob. They just... Not a lot of humor here tonight. And Felicia Towns makes the first. And now we'll shoot the second end of the technical. And she connects. And it's going to be, I think, a little bit case of too little, too late. 54-38 your score here, the Lady Tigers. Laquia in the corner. Quita Turner for three. Quickly working it around now. The Lady Devils trying here. Foul called on Laquia Robinson. Entirely humorless here tonight on the officials' part. Well, these folks just done got it under their skin, and they've about had enough of this jawing and folks, and they just aren't going to put up with it. And I think a T just got called on Coach Lindsay. As Robinson puts it up and connects on both both ends of it. 56-41 is the call. .121 left. Quickly try to trap. Working inside of Townsend, back outside to Forrest. Puts up the shot. Foul goes against the Lady Tigers. Laquia Robinson brings it up outside to Lauren Burgess. Inside to Octavia Rocket. Puts it up, misses. Rebounded there by Forrest. Throws it back over behind her head. Foul called on number 3, Quita Turner. Under a minute to go, 56-41. And the ball is knocked away. Shot goes up and in there by Richardson. And both shots fall. Lady Blue Devils now coming up, bring it up. Work it over to Towns. Inside to a cutting Quita Turner. They get it inside, outside of Robinson. Knocked out of bounds there by Turner. They get it inside, stolen there by Octavia Rocket. Puts up the shot, on rebound, puts up another shot. Rebound stolen away by Lauren Burgess. Ball goes back over to the Red. 58-41 in favor of the Lady Tigers. Ahead to Robinson. Saves it back over to China Townsend, back to Forrest. Back around to Richardson. Back outside to Forrest. Back over to Robinson. Back outside to Forrest. Back outside to Richardson for three. In and out. Rebounded there. And the clock expires. And your final score is 58-41 in favor of Winona over the Lady Blue Devils. As the Lady Devils just never could seem quite to get on track tonight shooting-wise or anything else. And the Lady Tigers were opportunistic in their shooting and were able to get the lead and hold on to it here toward the end of this one. That saw the officials kind of get a little upset at the coaches here and tee both of them up. And but the end result is the Lady Tigers win this one 58-41. We'll take a break now. We'll be back with the boys, the Blue Devils against the Winona Tigers after this.
Step into the Cinderella world of Bonnie's pageant and formal wear. Take a look at a few Cinderellas as they prepare for the prom. Carla is wearing a beautiful fuchsia pink sweetheart strapless with multi-beading and a flowing train. A rhinestone choker and matching earrings complete the look. And as for the very young, Hope and Hillary look adorable in their selections from Bonnie's. Hillary wears a pink two-piece long-sleeve beaded top featuring a flowing skirt, while Hope models a long-sleeve turquoise beaded gown. Jessie is ready for her prom night in this two-piece lime green gown. The tube top ties in the back and features multicolored beading and full net skirt. Bonnie's Pageant and Formal Wear invites you to come in and see their 2001 selections. Bonnie's Pageant and Formal Wear, Highway 32 East in Bruce.
Hi, this is Jeff Howell, the pastor of Gore Springs Baptist Church. I want to ask you a question. What foundation are you building your life on? Join us at Wednesday night at 7:30 and our new time on Sunday afternoons at 2:30 for Firm Foundation, where we will learn to build our lives on the firm foundation of God's Word.
Piggly Wiggly in Bruce proudly presents Cuisine de France breads. Cuisine de France breads have just arrived in the South and are now available in 3 states, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. These breads are baked fresh several times a day, and selections include Parisian, Italian, sourdough, sun-dried tomato, and multi-grain. Cuisine de France also offers sub-sandwich rolls and hard dinner rolls. On the sweet side, be sure and try maple pecan danishes and gourmet cinnamon rolls. Jumbo muffins made fresh daily. Make Cuisine de France a part of your holiday meals. Cuisine de France at Piggly Wiggly in Bruce. The welcome mat is always out at Bruce Telephone Company. Connie Collins invites you to come in and inquire about all the telephone services available to you. From the front door to the back door and in between, it is people you know providing their customers with the latest telecommunication services. Residential, business, cell phones, pagers, everything you need to connect you to the world. The people at Bruce Telephone Company are always ready to assist you with your questions. Bruce Telephone Company, a pioneer in the telephone industry, locally owned and operated.